Good morning. My name is Brian Davis, and I'm with the World Innovative Consultants, which consists of team members Chad Morgan, Chelsea Scott, Dominique Cooper, and myself. And today, we will be presenting to you a 5-year plan that will reposition Starbucks and begin to move the corporation towards the direction and path it had initially followed when it first began to be the corporation it is today, restoring the corporation to the magnitude of success it experienced during its most profitable years. A brief introduction. As you should know, Starbucks began in 1971 as a small coffee house selling solely specialty coffees and teas, with Mr. Schultz joining the company in 1982 as Director of Marketing until the year 1987. That is when Mr. Schultz, with the backing of local investors in his Il Giornale company, bought out Starbucks, turning the coffee house into the international coffee corporation phenomenon we all know today, providing that third-place experience for its customers in over 15,000 Starbucks worldwide. Not even 20 years after Mr. Schultz and his investors bought out Starbucks, was the company already on the path of corporate success, structuring business deals with other corporations such as PepsiCo and Barnes & Noble to better and further distribute its product both nationally and internationally, and continuing the construction and opening of hundreds of new Starbucks stores every year, even to today, attempting to implement the idea into its business plan that the more locations and business deals Starbucks had, the more net income the corporation will make. By 2005, the company was named the 6th biggest food chain in the United States, with approximately 1.7% in overall market share in the United States restaurant economy, while having also gained a competitive advantage with additional consecutive steady increases in percentages of net growth and income annually. In more specific terms, by the year 2005, Starbucks had an astounding total of 10,241 stores with an average 22% increase in its stock price annually. However, in the beginning of mid-2006, questions began to arise, and financial analysts began to wonder if the seemingly peerless corporation was indeed beginning to lose income and market share. Starbucks actually did begin to lose tremendous amounts of market share and income, and it seemed as though there was no way anyone could save the giant corporation. Then, to make matters worse, the nation began to enter into a period of slow growth, and the competition with Starbucks grew fierce, as other big-time corporations such as McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts began to enter into the specialty coffee market, selling even cheaper coffee than that of Starbucks. In the beginning of 2008, Starbucks reappointed Mr. Howard Schultz as CEO of Starbucks once again in order to restore the company to its former glory. But still to this day, financial analysts and investors are not as inclined in supporting Starbucks the way they once did. That's where we come in. We have devised a 5-year plan that follows and converges with the strategies of Mr. Howard Schultz and will allow the company to maintain high and sustainable market share and income despite an economic downturn. The objectives for our 5-year plan are for Starbucks to be able to restore and maximize its famous third-place experience, increase same-store sales, increase net income within the corporation despite an economic downturn, gain high and sustainable market share, and overall maintain brand relevance. Our strategies for Starbucks to be able to carry out our 5-year plan are for Starbucks to change and improve its current product mix that it has in place, for Starbucks to improve upon and build out its existing stores to better accommodate its customers, enhance its Starbucks Cards Rewards program, allocate funds from the closure of underperforming stores towards the increasing of bigger and improved advertising campaigns, partnering with an upscale restaurant, and continuing to expand the Starbucks brand internationally. As you can see, our strategies are in complete cohesion with those of Mr. Howard Schultz, which include refocusing on the Starbucks customer experience, slowing the pace of U.S. store openings and closing underperforming stores, reigniting the emotional attachment Starbucks has with its customer base, and reorganizing the corporation, streamlining management in support of customer-focused initiatives. My fellow team member Chelsea Scott will now present a SWOT analysis for Starbucks. After her, Chad Morgan will present our team strategy, Dominique Cooper will present our financials, and I will close out. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Once again, my name is Chelsea Scott, and I will be presenting the SWOT analysis, which is the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of Starbucks. And although we do know the term is threats, we prefer to use the term challenges. Starbucks has many strengths, one of them being their brand name. When Starbucks is even mentioned, instantly everybody thinks of Starbucks coffee. Starbucks is very exclusive. They have exclusive access to coffee from their coffee growers, meaning that when a coffee grower or expert is looking to export products, they look to Starbucks first. Starbucks also has exclusive products, meaning products that are only available at Starbucks. This is because Starbucks not only gets their coffee from South America, but also African, Asian, and Arabian countries along the border. Starbucks has strong partnerships such as AT&T, Barnes & Noble, and the Hyatt hotel chain. Many of these Starbucks products or Starbucks stores that are near or next to or in a partner company tend to have more customers than a Starbucks that's just by itself. Starbucks is a lifestyle. People love the fact that they can go into Starbucks for a long period of time, and they love the smells, the noises, the comfortable setting, and they especially love the coffee. It's what keeps them coming back. Starbucks also has a strong market share within the restaurant and specialty services industry, meaning that they have a strong hold on the coffee industry. They are the #1 coffee house that people love to go to. Although Starbucks is a very, very strong company, they have some weaknesses, such as the close proximity of their stores. In my own neighborhood, there was a Starbucks set up in a grocery store. And then about a year later, there's another Starbucks that was set up across the street from that grocery store. Eventually, the Starbucks inside the grocery store had to close. This is because of cannibalism. The weaker store had to close because another store, a much stronger store, came and took customers, which means they gained more revenue than the other store. Another weakness of Starbucks would be the fact that they have lost sight of their core business, which is coffees and teas. They spend a lot of time and money on non-coffee and tea products that only make up about 4% of their total sales. Another weakness would be their price point. With the current economic conditions, many people may not desire to pay $4 for a large cup of coffee. They may choose a cheaper alternative. I mean, think about it. If you had to make a decision between a $4 cup of coffee or paying under $2 for the same amount of coffee and then using the rest for maybe gas to get to work, what would you choose? The long waits in stores and drive-thrus is also a weakness. Many people who are on time restrictions may not desire to wait for a coffee in a long line. They may decide to go to an alternative. The quality of their food and products. According to many discussions we've had with customers, some of the customers seem to believe that their food products are not not as quality as their coffee products. And also, they seem to be overpriced. I mean, would you want to choose? Would you want to pay for a $6 or $7 sandwich that you thought was not quality? Starbucks has many opportunities. One of them being they could expand into global markets, such as Europe. Considering that Europeans are heavy coffee drinkers, it would be a good idea to expand further into their markets. Starbucks could also create new coffee products, whether it's researching those products or putting more money into researching those products, or they could possibly, when they expand internationally and change their menus to make them more culturally relevant, they could bring back some of those changes into the United States and incorporate them into United States Starbucks stores. Starbucks could also partner with additional businesses that are similar to AT&T, Barnes & Noble, PepsiCo, maybe other restaurant chains. Starbucks could also partner with businesses that complement Starbucks coffee, such as a donut shop or a bakery.